Before there were cities, before banners, borders, or crowns, there were reflections. Mirrors. 6,000 years ago, mortals first noticed that mirrors did not always behave as they should. Reflections lingered a heartbeat too long. Shadows stretched where no light should reach. Faces sometimes seemed to look back with unfamiliar intent. Fear spread, but the gods answered. They taught humanity the first great truth of the world, that all things exist above and below. What rises casts the shadow. What is built presses downward. What is ignored does not disappear. In those early days, mortals learned that there were places that were best left alone. Deep places, old places, places where the world felt thin and the air grew heavy with memory. They learned to avert their eyes. Then came the age of Titans. Skyborn giants claimed the mountains and ruled from the peaks. Storms answered them. Stones remembered their footsteps. The world bent beneath their presence. But the mortals did not yield. Heroes climbed the spine of Titans, braving thin air and divine silence, and bound the giants beneath the mountain themselves. Around those ancient cairns rose a fortress city, Ostian, carved from vigilance and endurance. The mountains still remember. Centuries later rose the Red Empire of Ereb, the first true empire of mortals. Its rulers sought power not from the sky, but from places unseen. They learned shadowcraft, blood secrets, and inherited strength that passed through generations like a curse disguised as a gift. They built wonders. They built the buried palace. And then the empire collapsed. Not to invasion, not to famine, but from within. Its nobles vanished, its power devoured itself. All that remains are red stone streets, narrow alleys, and frescoes depicting a greatness that could not survive its own ambition. Time passed. The world endured. In the verdant expanse, druids gathered and formed the Verdant Concord. Oracle springs bloomed, prophecies were carved into living stone, and balance was spoken of not as a law, but as a responsibility. Along the coast, where the trade routes crossed and cultures mingled, a modest outpost was founded. That outpost is what we now know as Virelios. And then came the Radiant Ascendancy. 1,800 years ago, Virelios rose, not by conquest, but by inevitability. Trade flowed through it, knowledge gathered, power centralized. Helion rose through discipline and sun-forged order. Lysandria rose through learning and the study of the stars. Virelios crowned itself with the twin sun towers, one flame for what stands in the light and one for what endures beneath it. The continent prospered, or so we're told. Today, that story is celebrated. Banners hang from marble colonnades, bronze statues gleam with fresh gold leaf, priests polish mirrored lanterns, gladiators rehearse, merchants shout. Children chalk sun-shaped symbols onto the stones. Today is the festival of the twin suns, a reminder that the world has survived gods, titans, empires, and prophecy itself. And as the city of Virelios prepares to honor all that stands above, the stones seem to listen. The flames burn steady, almost, and that is where our story begins.